do you feel like there's a certain type of people that should own their own practice and some that shouldn't? Like, what do you feel like is that differentiator?
It's a good question. I think I'm pretty practical about it. I'd say like if you don't have a lot of equipment you'd have to buy, I saw my internal medicine doctor today. Man, I wish I was an internal med doctor because like the startup cost would be so much lower. I have a friend who's a rheumatologist and another guy who's like a sleep medicine doctor. I'm like, man, sleep medicine, you could just make so much money doing a sleep because those book out pretty far. There's only so many in town. Like you could be one of the big sleep centers without a ton of effort just because of demand.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, there's, it's a big thing. Like, yeah, right. You don't know, you don't know. It'd be a lot of work. It took me, a year, 2, 3 years and getting in a different financial position to pull the trigger. But it would be successful for sure, right? So like, should he do it? Like he would have to want to, and then it's risk, right? I mean, I think that's what people are always deciding is like, oh, that sounds scary, or just the effort or the time. But you've got, on the one hand, I've got a friend, rheumatologist, the other one's like a sleep doctor. Like the sleep medicine one, if you did the clinic and everything, that's a lot of capital outlay, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's a bunch of money. But if you're a
Uh,
rheumatologist or internal medicine, like you could start up a clinic like just so easily without a lot of money.
yeah.
You could read like a couple books on business startup. There's the medical entrepreneur is like a pretty easy one.
Okay.
You could start a practice without, I mean, for like under 100 grand if you're an
Yeah, sure.
entrepreneur, um, and immediately have all the freedom to be on vacation as much as you want to. It's more responsibility, but it's still like freedom and responsibility go together. I feel like those can be considered like opposite ends of a spectrum,
Yeah.
but they go together. Like by taking on responsibility, you get the privilege of more freedom. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think you just have to really want to do it.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
Um, or you have to really not want to do the way things are done. And
Gotcha.